laning phase is not assured.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a Bard here in a while in the LCK, but gets locked up. And I mean, this was something that Snowflower used quite a lot when Bard was...
And probably more on the way, which you never see recently.
Oh, Cocoon comes out, finds Teddy. Chain of Corruption laid down. There we go. First Blood comes through. And MVP are able to allocate that onto Maha. Nice pickoff.
Yeah, this time Beyond does hit the Cocoon. Overlap CC.
Down, pops the Grey Health Shield. Gets bound into the wall, locked down by the Deadly Flourish. Will flash. The curtain call comes through, and the first shot is able to take him out. Ixu arriving on the back side. Bard Ultimate will not connect, but Equalizer lands on top of ADD as he gets locked up, pops the Maelstrom, locks up Snowflower, and they find 2 kills firing back as Ixu and the Bard go down immediately. A 2-for-2 exchange on both sides, but MVP still have the TP advantage.
Yeah, when Cannon has a bit more health, he's a pretty good ball carrier. Could stay in the front line after his ult just had a single CC into a second one.
Well, getting locked down yet again, they're chaining it together, but Kuzan takes the turret shot right at the end. Too far forward, he goes down. A 3-for fighting won't lock him up. Still has the Maelstrom, he's gonna throw that down. Abyssal Voyage coming through, Snowflower going low, flashes away, but still gets locked up yet again, and he falls Beyond, finding the killing blow. And MVP, now with multiple members in the bot lane, could just wait for the next wave, and finally down Ixu already going low. ADD will get rooted. Flashes away, looks like he might take himself out to safety. Bard Ultimate not going to connect, but the changes of Corruption come through. They lock up Snowflower, they find the kill. Flash away by Teddy, keeps him safe from the shockwave, but Ixu might not be able to say the same. One more hit, to throw into the pit to try to push MVP back. Realm Warp will be coming through. They're at least going to be threatening it, trying to get them to peel back, but MVP say, screw it, we're just going to stick inside the pit. They'll get a lot of damage down. I mean, Mountain Drake, double Infernal coming through for MVP. They just chunk out that turret. Now the inhibitor is exposed, and it won't take too long for them to take this down. You can see Jinair just hovering back and forth, trying to dedicate members down to that bottom lane to maybe get a catch onto ADD, but they just can't do anything. MT will come through with a throw to hunt. Realm Warp coming down as well. They'll get locked up. They might just find the kill. Abyssal Voyage coming through. It's not arriving in time to keep him alive. Now Equalizer thrown down on top of Beyond and Max. He's going to devour him. Flash over the wall. Looks like they will make it out safely, but ADD, he trades his life for an inhibit in the top lane.
Yeah, that time the ultimate was too late.
There's base. We'll be able to knock down that third and final inhib, you'd have to think.
Ian, level 16, still has Shockwave, so fearless and walking up. There it is.
Yep, comes out, but Zonius is there to answer yet again from Ixu. Keeps himself alive. They have to peel back away from this inhibitor. It will go down. Super Creeps are getting ready to push in the top lane. How long do MVP want to stick around is the question.
Still saying that a little bit prematurely. We're not 100% sure. Snowflower can ult.
Does throw it out, laying it a little bit, but actually Baron going to be picked up by Maha. Now Umpty stuck in the pit, will go down. ADD finding the rest of Jinair, locking him up, is able to take down Teddy with that 1v3 fight on the backside. Oriana coming up with a double kill. Now Kuzan sprinting his way to safety, but 3 members dead. It's just him and Ixu left. And the base is already getting shattered by the Super Creeps. MVP, they're going to go for the final push here. 35 minutes in, Equalizer comes down, ADD low. Ixu flashing forward, has that zone, used to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but now he's just stuck in no man's land. Delayed triple kill coming through from Ian. Last turret goes down. MVP going to find a win here in game number 1.
I may argue with some of their methods, but you cannot argue with the result. MVP resounding victors in game 1. Is Coma filling up a notebook full of notes about facing SKT? Probably. About facing SKT for MVP? Probably after game 1, but regardless. Result.
Somebody into your team from underneath.
And that's why I say I think Gragas always fits Siege Comps for that exact reason. It's not the AP Gragas killing people on the turrets, but you're throwing it to distance.
Cleanse that off immediately, gets locked down yet again. Now curtain call opened up by Teddy, going to be looking for the core key. Jukes out on 2 of them, gets out of range of the curtain call. Deadly Flourish won't connect, but he still goes down. First blood going over to Snowflower.
Big investment there, trying to get a single pick.
At least for now, Ash Arrow coming through, not going to find anybody. Might just be a battle over the blue. There's no smites from either jungler. So we'll see who ends up with this one. Bray's going to get locked down to the Nethergrass. It's taken out. Big Strangledoors will pop up Beyond, and he's going to fall as Kuzan finds the kill. Curtain call slowing up multiple members. Flash forward by Ixu, trying to find the stun, but Maha, the exhaust slowing him up. Throws out the cask, but one more hit from Teddy might just do it. Nope. Kill comes through from the Drunken Rage, but he's got the reload in time. Kuzan comes over the wall with the auto attack. ADD goes down, and Jin too far out. Gonna go ahead and reset. Ian taking a ride with the package to safety. Ashar comes through, just lock up onto Raze. He's gonna go down as Beyond pops him off, but Kuzan is already picking up kills here. Fruitless will block yet again. Takes down Ian, dashing forward, looking for ADD. One more shot would do it. No one's in range of the curtain call. Doesn't have the right angle to try to get him. Maha jukes out on those shots, stays alive at least for the moment, but Kuzan comes in with a distortion, takes him out, and now MVP, they kite it down this lane into Jin Air's territory, and getting out of here just seems so very unlikely. Have to fight their way out, but the odds of getting the kills is just so paper thin. That's going to be Beyond going down, followed up by Max. 4 members of MVP end up dying in that exchange, and they only get a Cloud Drake.
Rolling in, and speaking of Dark Seal stacks.
ADD not in a good spot, throws up the explosive cast, does knock Raze into the turret, but it does not matter. Still coming back down with that repel, takes him out, and MVP getting it aced extendedly there.
And they're getting close.
He's all in on this one now.
And if he gets many more stacks, well.
Oh, Maha, you are just dead. One shot from the curtain call. Taking him out is way too low, way too far forward. Now Max gonna get rooted, a double kill coming through for Teddy. And Jin Air looking so good. Has that TP available, he's gonna be coming in the bottom side of the river. Max has the Nether Grasp, but the QSS is there. Package thrown down, and Kuzan actually cancels this one out now. Snowflower getting locked up as Ian finds the kill. Mount Drake will go over to Beyond as he smites this one away. Repel goes up, Raze comes down, flashes over the wall, gets himself out to safety. MVP, minor victory as they find a
that one was a bit more of a head scratcher.
Definitely bizarre. Ash Arrow comes through, finds Raze. Cass comes out before the Keeper's Verdict goes off. They'll lock him down with the Nether Grasp, but the kill will actually come through as Beyond gets the final blow. So MVP just getting these pickoffs, coming half HP.
Watch Kuzan.
We'll have a bit of regen. He's going to get locked up by Snowflower on the top of the fight. Ian does have the package. He's going to go in, pushes Snowflower up towards the Gragas. He goes low. The Drunken Rage enough to take him out. Keeper's Verdict knocks away Beyond and Mahan. They go ahead. They pop Max, and that will be the Dragon going over to Jin Air. A 1-for-1 as both of those supports not feeling confident. Doesn't have the vision control on the lower side of the jungle as well as the river. He's going to get jumped on, pushes forward, basically face checks the brush, and goes down. Teddy firing off yet again. Fourth shot pops the passive on Malzahar, so Max won't take too much damage. But stunned in by Ixu. Go ahead, flash away, throws down that Nether Grasp, but Ixu is still going to be perfectly fine. Big Strangledorns comes out, won't find the pop-up. Snowflower does die, and the Baron is still going. Beyond gets pinned to the wall, he goes down, but the Baron is stolen away by Ian, gets it with the rocket over the wall, and Ian might have just more likely to go over to MVP, but they have to be careful. Jin Air looking to pitch them from all sides. Kuzan jumping forward, takes so much damage from the burst, has to go ahead and immediately peel back. Max throwing down the Nether Grasp, trying to sacrifice his life to pick off Teddy, and they're able to do so. Ian comes up with a kill. Now Snowflower likely to go down next. Also have the Strangledorns trying to buy some time for Jin Air on the retreat, but it might not be enough. Raze will fall. Actually goes up with a repel, but what goes up must come down. It's just in time to eat a volley to the face from Maha. They find 3, they find 2 turrets. Have to be careful. Keeper's Verdict goes ahead, knocks away Beyond an ADD. That will put a halt to this push for now. But 2 turrets picked up. The Baron, who's on going in, looking for Maha, able to find him, and jukes out safely, so gets rid of another Baron buff. Nicely done by him. But MVP, they're focusing out on the turret as best as they can. Should be able to finish this off. There we go. Last hit from Teddy will be able to take it away. And they get the inhib. Nice heal coming through from the Redemption just to keep them all topped up. And it looks like MVP are just going to go ahead and concede this. So Jin Air come back with a minor victory. Utilize that Elder Dragon buff, but it will be expired. Tap would be able to take it down. They'll get it. Curtain calls zoning them back. ADD soaking up a couple of those shots. They'll get locked up. Flashes away immediately. Trying to avoid more damage. Second inhib will fall, and things are looking quite bad for MVP at the moment.
Your ability power overrides your AD.
Raze gets hit by that Ash Arrow, just get locked down by the Nether Grasp as well. He will get popped, but it's the GA coming through, and Maha has been deleted by Kuzan. Can he find more? Dashing forward, looking for Beyond. Hit comes through onto Max. He goes low, and Kuzan does come up with the double as he gets rid of the Graves. Ian desperately trying to kite back, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get anything. Can't even pop the GA on Ixu. And Jin Air might have finally done it. 4 members dead. ADD, the only one left alive. They'll be able to finish off all 3 of these inhibitors, even though it's not necessary. Jin Air will be taking us to a 3rd and final game as they knock down these Nexus turrets.
Oh, they made it hard, did Jin Air. MVP stealing away the Baron, delayed the game maybe 10 minutes, but Kuzan on the LeBlanc does not die, puts 10 kills on the board, 25 stacks on the Medjais. Kuzan was the player that Jin Air built around, and so far this season, it hasn't been enough to take them out of the relegation spots. But when he gets his comfort, Lissandra in the past, LeBlanc today, we see the potential. I've got no idea.
Just give me the safest thing I could possibly play. Frozen Tomb, there we go, perfect. Comes in with a Lissandra.
You see the true colors of a player when they have no idea what's going into mid, so maybe trying to get the tempo advantage around the mid lane while Ian has to recall. Raze is all alone.
Yeah, Beyond going low, but the Cocoon comes through and Raze, he gets popped. TP will be canceled by Ixu in the end. Kuzan will get a little bit of a push going through in mid lane, but first blood goes over to MVP.
Sandra.
She's the best. I love hearing her make weird noises. Bell gonna come down, Shockwave comes through, takes a lot of damage off of Raze.
Oh, baby!
Ian, he just gets popped, tries to flash away, but gets taken down in the end. Max will get slowed up and chipped away at actual damage. Infernal does get started here though. ADD has roamed all the way down. Sadie United used onto Raze as he tries to push in. Dragon going low. Can he find this? So the answer is going to be yes. Beyond smites that one away. Now the fight has broken out. Max gets jumped on. He goes down. They're able to 3-1 back onto Snowflower, but now Teddy completely untouched on the top side of the fight, firing away with the curtain call. Won't land that last hit here onto ADD, but Ixu goes in, gets the taunt. Big Ring of Frost from Kuzan. Locks him down. They take him out. There'll be 2 members lost on the side of Jin Air, but they find 3.
Yeah, so many different players on the side of Jin Air can dive even late in the fight. To ask about that, Elise.
Oh, well, Teddy pushing forward. Beyond goes in, kicks him back. Stand United coming down. Wild Growth as well, keeping the Jin alive long enough for Ixu to arrive, but he has to go ahead and Shadow Dash out to safety as quickly as he can. Beyond's trying to stick to him like glue. Depth charge coming through from ADD as he TPs in. Pops up Snowflower. Kuzan finds an entry over the wall, comes in. Trying to lock down Beyond. He will go down. No safeguards. Out to safety. Keeps himself up. Tony's there for Kuzan. Keep himself alive at least for a moment. But in the end, he will go down and Beyond and manages to stay alive. 3 kills picked up for MVP. They have Baron in their sights.
They do. Still alive is Raze, though this is a chance for a steal. We talked about how Beyond, against all logic, loves these scenarios, Achilles. Well, here's another one.
See if he can find it here. Raze does have the smite, has the flash. No collateral damage, so has to go into the pit if he wants to come up with a steal. Shield being thrown down here by Snowflower. MVP buying some time. He goes in, he takes it away, and he flashes right back over the pit. Snowflower, he won't be as fortunate, but Raze comes up with the steal, and MVP have to be shaking their heads. And Raze are wrapping around. Turret's still here, but Ixu, he can ignore that. ADD gonna be the target, pops in the depth charge yet again. Megan for a while, comes down, Shockwave, layered on, Kuzan falls. They trade one back onto Beyond, and it looks like the remaining members of MVP can retreat. Max, he gets jumped on Kuzan, unable to throw down that Frozen Tomb. He might just go ahead and peel back. Beyond going in, Shockwave comes through, but the Wild Growth is down onto Kuzan. He goes straight into the zone to keep himself alive. That's 2 members on the side of MVP falling. Both of the junglers go through as they try to lock down this Nautilus.
They want his Guardian Angel.
Tanky. Yeah, dashes away with the dredge line, flashes over the wall. Redemption will just barely clip him over the wall. He stays alive at least for now. But Maha gets jumped on Kuzan, throwing down the Frozen Tomb. They're able to take him out as he goes into the zone. As Shockwave pulls in 3 members, but the Redemption just right up into his face. Snowflower and Raze both quite low. Can't really enter the fight. They might just have the disengage coming through from Jin Air. Dredge line from ADD not going to connect. Ixu goes in. Beyond getting locked down and by the Deadly Flourish takes a lot of damage, and Teddy is able to pop him with that.
Kuzan's coming back in.
ADD going low, out of mana, has to try to head for the hills as best he can, but he gets taunted. Now Kuzan has come in with that TP. ADD flashing over the wall, trying to buy some time for his team, just juking out on everything that he possibly can. Won't be enough. Will lose that Guardian Angel, will lose his life. And Jin Air could just go right back over to that Baron. There's no threat of a smite steal.
The last few skirmishes have been the confirmation that if you have this single damage type burst, it can be sustained through. Redemption, Locket, Magic Resist, stacking on multiple members means that MVP just does not have the damage to push through the health bars of Jin Air. It will pick up a much cleaner Baron than we've seen multiple times this series. So it will take time to rotate to mid. MVP, this is the time.
On the Teddy, making for the bomb, draws it back in. The Shockwave gets the pop. Ian finds one. Snowflower should go down. Polymorphs onto Beyond to try to keep himself alive, at least for a bit longer. Sonic Wave comes through. Resonating Strike goes forward. Raze just kiting out this Lee Sin perfectly, keeping himself alive. Snowflower dies, 2 kills go over to MVP, and they hold on to the turrets in both mid and bot.
This was the one window.
Not seem likely, so double Infernal Drake going to be amplified for them. Move up to 24% bonus and have 2 stacks to go towards that true damage. So he's going to go ahead, flash away. Taunt comes through. Kuzan's nearby. He's going to pop the heal, try to get enough movement speed to keep himself safe, but the flash forward from Kuzan comes through. They lay down that frozen tomb. Baha does die. They get a lot of damage down onto the Lissandra. And ADD is coming in from the backside, gets the dredge line, but Kuzan's got the glacial path rather, trying to take himself out. It's not going to be enough as Ian takes him down. Now turning over onto Ixu. They have the damage burn, but mid lane is going down. As you lock down, Stand United comes
on the back line?
on the back line, trying to get on top of Ian. So far, he's all right. Ixu gets kicked away by the Dragon's Rage. Into the Zonius goes Kuzan, but as he comes out, he gets obliterated by the Orianna. Redemption coming down, healing up multiple members of Jin Air. But the dredge line comes through. Shockwave. 3 members get dragged in, and they go down. Teddy gets popped. All the damage for Jin Air has been eliminated. MVP just playing cleanup now with the rest of them. Ixu will be left alive. MVP. An explosive fight for them, keeping them in the game. Find 4 members, lose Maha, and now they're going up mid.
I mean, they might be able to end the game, Achilles. It sounds crazy, but with 4 and only a Shen, this is probably the only chance the whole game they'll have to finish. Still 30 seconds for Kuzan. Ixu can do literally nothing on his own. Just trying to buy time. He needs to kill the minions. That's the most he can do.
Even then, he is really struggling to try to push up. The turret goes down. Can they do it? It's 20 seconds left on Kuzan. It might be too tight of a window for MVP to actually close this out. But
I don't know. I think
they
got
go
it.
for it. They're going to go ahead. They're going to throw the Hail Mary. 10 seconds
trying
left.
to proxy the minion wave.
He's doing a good job of it so far. Max taking up the first turret. They turn onto the second one. The minions not there. They're trying to draw Ixu closer so the minions will
All right, there's
reduce
Kuzan.
The turret. Nexus is exposed. Kuzan comes in, pops Max immediately, but can he stop Beyond? Can he stop Ian? The answer is going to be no. MVP off of a massive fight around the Baron pit. Come up with the win.
Well, there's a fiesta for you, Achilles. We had a real fiesta in this game, a frustrating one to watch, and Jin Air are going to be beside themselves. But they let this one go. The master of that last fight was Ian, holding on to the shockwave right to the last. No more positioning available.
Place your bets on more than 15 esports games. Deposit and withdraw easily using many worldwide payment methods. Place your bets live while enjoying the game. We offer 24/7 support and bonuses for every new user. Bet now on ArcaneBet.com.